So this is a spring in its truest sense, where there's so much pressure underground that it's bubbling out of the ground. This water is actually drinkable. It's really a unique phenomenon that we have here in southeastern Minnesota, and really throughout the driftless region. There's a lot of occurrences that are similar to this. This is a cave in Forestville State Park in Fillmore County, Minnesota, where the subterranean flow becomes terrestrial and turns into a creek. It's a point source for Canfield Creek, which is a feeder creek into the Root River system. And the water coming out of this cave is 48 degrees, it's clean, it's cold, and it's the perfect habitat for trout. I'm Heath Sershin, and I'm the Director of Programs and Operations at the National Trout Center in Preston. When visitors come to the Trout Center, they're typically looking for information regarding angling in the area. They want to know where the fishing is good, and beyond that, how they can catch fish better. This time of year, we find largely that people want to know what creeks are clear, because we've had a lot of high water this year and a lot of brown creeks. There's a few in the area that, regardless of how much precipitation that we have in the area or how much snow has melted, they're still going to run crystal clear, and that's an opportunity that a lot of anglers seek. We're increasingly expanding our education reach. So we want to educate more people and educate them in angling arts and angling opportunities and fishing in general. We're also working on a bonding bill that hopefully would lead towards a new facility on the Root River where we can better serve the people who want to learn about angling. The concept of the building is that we would have a living stream on the inside of the building, so we would have a representation of the waterways that we have in the driftless area. The proposed site of the new Trout Center building is right on the river. We would be reclaiming a dilapidated industrial site in town, and there's a beautiful crag across the river. There's a spring that bubbles out of that bluff as well.
I'm Sarah Wongan, President of the Preston Area Chamber of Commerce. Today is Trout Days. It is Preston's festival that we put on every year. The purpose is to bring the community together and have visitors come to the area for something fun to do every summer. This area used to be more agricultural based, but now with the Trout Center it's becoming more tourist based, and now it really gives something to do for the visitors who come to the area.
So we have 3 species of trout in the driftless area. We've got the brown trout, which is a European species of fish, the rainbow trout, which is largely a Western North America species of fish, and the brook trout, which is actually a char species, which is the native species of fish. What makes trout fishing fun? You're out somewhere where you're not likely to run into another person. They're a very adaptive fish. They're very smart, but you can actually catch trout quite readily on many different methods. A lot of people will fly fish, and fly fishing is a method where it's different than other methods in that you're casting your lure, your fly, with the weight of the line. So you're casting the line, and your lure is usually something that represents the natural forage base that the fish are eating. Here we have a southeastern Minnesota brown trout that favors this cold, clean water. And this fish is about 11 inches long, right around there. You know, the DNR understands the value of having areas that are accessible, where the fishing is good, to get people excited about the activity. And it really starts with kids. The data shows that if you're not hooked on fishing by the time you're a teenager, you're less likely to go fishing once you reach that point in your life. As of about 5 years ago, when the study was published, the impact of trout anglers in the driftless area was a $1.1 billion industry. There is a lot of expense that anglers will put forward. Average trip costs are around $200 according to the data that we have, and how much they'll spend on equipment. You think about that, you get a return on investment that's quite significant. We know that with the numbers on stream restoration projects, that for every dollar that's spent on stream restoration, there's a $25 annual return on those types of things. If you can stick $1 into something and get $25 back from it every year, you're talking about a significant amount of income that is coming back with those types of projects. Usually, I don't even take the fish out of the water because it's a lower impact, and especially related to catch and release angling. Just leave them in their house as much as possible. Take a look at them, say hi, let them back to their day.